Coach, thanks. CA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New York Giants and the Cleveland Browns. Two 1-1 teams here, each looking to move over 500, and we're underway here in Week 3. This will be taken in at the 1.
You ain't doing nothing today.
We play to win. Let's go.
At their own 18-yard line.
Set. 180. Mike, 44. I hope you brought your lunch because I'm about to take you to school. Check three.
Here's Rashad Penny, first carry for the former San Diego State Aztec. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
And he'll get this one up to the 26. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down?
Let's go, team. It's going to be a long day, offense. It's going to be a long day. Check. Check 26. Sponge. No. Let's check 13.
They'll try to run for it with Penny. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. He'll get 15 and a Giants first down. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important third down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
180. Watch the pass. Watch the air. Bang.
On first down, Lockhart. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It's a Giant first down on a gain of 16. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
And they didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
20.
Penny, a first down carry. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action and hit them over the top.
We're going to set. 180. Check. Watch the run.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Newton. And the pass is intercepted. He was looking for Ingram. Picked off at the 19. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. On first down, Chubb going to get forward for only about a couple. 2nd and 8 forthcoming. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Partner, I love to point out when teams break tendency and do something a little bit different from the norm. But when you run the ball in the first play of the drive, that's not a tendency breaker at all. That's just trying to establish yourself as you move forward.
It's a gain of 6, moves them to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Okay, Brady, I see you.
Set. 180.
Strong right. 3 down.
Mayfield on 3rd and 2. And, oh, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
Gotta love the catch. I think you gotta love the gloves as well.
Yeah, these one-handed catches, that was great, and they're fun. They're becoming a little more ho-hum, aren't they?
Yeah, they really are. And I know that it sounds like we're taking credit away from the guys, and we don't mean that at all. They really work hard on this one-handed catch thing, but I think the gloves have to be helping in a big way.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up
180! Let's pin the mirrors back and go full straight. Point it right, point it right, point it right. Point it right, point it right, point it right.
You got tight. You got tight.
From just shy of midfield, Mayfield. Now Mayfield lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Every day.
Hey, Delta.
Watch 36. 36 to Mike. Silver.
What? Hey, alert 33. What's that?
3rd and long for Mayfield. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 33 yards that time. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Check 50.
Pistol. Hurry. Smooth. New Mike 52. Big time drive. Let's go, boys. Let's go.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Dancing to his left. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the 1st down on a 13-yard run.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
Regular. Check.
From the red zone now, Mayfield. And a quick throw here, that's complete. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field all they're thinking is finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down, put a touchdown on them. Look out. You've won the mental battle early in the game, and that may carry over for you.
4 yards on the play. That's going to lead to 1st and goal. No score after 1 on EA Sports.
Mike, 180. Ain't no such thing as a loss. We taking wins home.
Slam.
Hey, alert.
He's checking.
What's that?
They'll run with Chubb. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
What's that?
Check 4. Slam.
They'll give it to Chubb. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. A crucial penalty there as the hold backs him up for another 2nd and goal.
You can't block me. Kill.
What's that?
They'll run it now out of the gun. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
On goal-to-goal runs, when you create lost yardage plays, the only way that happens is either called pressure or what I like to call straight-ahead pursuit. A great read, and they get to the backfield and make the play.
And that was a big chunk of yardage lost.
Alert.
52's the mic.
I smell fear in that offense. I smell fear in that offense.
Now Mayfield on 3rd and goal. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Well, so a drive that spans all that time, and yet you may only come away with 3 points here.
Well, your defense, all right, they actually like these long drives. They get to rest over on the sidelines for a while. But when you're not finishing with points in terms of touchdowns, that's frustrating. They've got to figure out how to close out these long drives and get 6s instead of 3s.
So still no touchdowns in the first half, but we do have some action on the scoreboard with the field goal. So
maybe now the mentality changes in this game because anytime you can get to the red zone, and if you don't come away with 6 points, you feel like it's a disappointment. In a game like this one, being able to kick field goals means you're right there, and then you're just looking for that big break to take you over the top.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away. But they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Buying time to his left. And now he's going to use his legs. Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out. Well, call it luck or skill, whatever the case is, they're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you retain possession, that's all you're looking for.
Now Rashad Penny. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Early down stuff's to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
180. Mike 96. I got him. Jam. I get it.
On 2nd down, here's Penny. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14.
Ready. Right to the 3.
Check right 46. Hey, watch the slip.
20.
Shit.
I get it.
Shit.
Ready.
Out of the gun, Newton. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now, give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
Let's go, boys.
The Browns drive about to get started. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10.
SOS. Kings. SOS.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose one or two.
180.
36. Hey, let's get this, get this.
On 2nd and 12, Mayfield. He's got his man on the crossing route. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL.
Kings.
Watch 36. 36 to Mike. Watch the backer, watch the backer.
Mike.
3rd and short yardage. Mayfield. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. And he's going to have a 1st down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another 1st down. On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off near the 42.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Following the interception, Mayfield. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. And here the pressure from the outside linebacking spot.
And normally when that happens and they're able to get home, that means the other guys on his team helped him out a lot. That they occupied people to allow it to be no less than a one-on-one situation, allows him to get home.
Switch.
Alert. Hey, alert.
Mayfield now from the 50. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. If they want a 1st, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. Here's Mayfield. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is caught inside the 5. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. In for the score. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that makes our score 17-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Come on, baby. Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Newton to throw. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls, and you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. From the gun, here's Newton. Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out. And this is picked up by the Browns. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for a Browns TD. This first half has been a nightmare for that offense. Defense just dominating them.
And when you're picking up the ball, picking up their mistakes, and taking it the other way and putting it in the end zone, that's a defense's dream. They're having that type of a game.
Everything that can go wrong has gone wrong for this offensive unit. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And a rout is on here in this first half. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again, Newton. And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 33. And this one will be brought back to the 22. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And they have to be pleased with the way that they've moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
And again, it's Chubb. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Man left, even. 4 down, even.
From the gun, Mayfield. Throws right side, and that's complete. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland.
We got 6.
A big play there. His first touchdown of the new season as his guys continue to pour it on. Extra point by Seibert, up and good, and that will extend this big lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They trail offense first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve.
Switch.
Gun.
From the 29, Newton. Open target here, Darius Slayton. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 10 yards, good for a Giant first down.
Here we go.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Hey.
Here's Newton. And this one complete to Smith. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Hey, set. Wait at 8. Watch the screen.
Off play action. Newton. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
On the run, it's Penny. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the stick.
And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
Catch made by Slayton. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Newton. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at the 13. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they're throwing an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give them a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. They run it again with Chubb. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now.
You know how we get focused at end of the half and end of the game situations about how much time's on the board and, you know, what you need to do? Sometimes you don't even have to worry about that. That's just smart football. You know, that kind of a lead, staying in bounds, it burns clock, even in a situation that we're not really focused on it.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. Here's Jamie Gillen now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lot behind it. Wow. Could not have thrown that out there any better. When the ball hit the ground, I thought it might go into the end zone the way it was angling, but perfectly jutting out at the 1.
You think maybe what we saw in practice came into play there? You know, he put those big cans down on the sideline and angled for him and shot for him. Looks like it worked out pretty well for him, too.
They'll start on the ground. It's Rashad Penny. And he will forge his way forward only up to the 2-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Ready? Back to the 3. Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball. Rush in. Rush in.
Now they'll run it again with Penny. And a nice pickup as this one gets him to the 10-yard line. Call it an 8-yard gain. Much better shape now on 3rd and just a yard.
Ready? 180. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And here we go again. Here we go again. 20.
On 3rd down, Penny. And he is going to get the first down, it looks like, as he's up to the 12. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
First down, Giants.
Let's get 80. 27. Watch the pick, great. Twist. Check.
They'll run with Penny. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. It's a Giant first down on a gain of 16.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Ready? 180. Check. Rip left. 8. Switch.
Newton on first down. And my goodness, another interception. He's picked off near his own 48. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. And I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this 4th quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who could do more than one thing, and I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. The Browns on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. Here it's 3rd and 2.
Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning to tear you. Pistol. Don't get nervous. Deuce. Hey, Mike.
Mayfield. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. These strong safeties, some people may not realize it. It's really like an extra linebacker, right?
It really is, because they're hybrids. Half linebacker, half defensive back. The linebacker in him on that play emerged.
And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin them back. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
10 yards, good for a Giant first down.
First down, New York.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Hey, keep it up. 8. Check 9.
Penny gets past one man. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
96. Hey, I'm coming after you. Quick dad.
On 2nd down now, Lockhart. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
The Giants on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Here's Newton. And the throw there going to be incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. Here's Newton. And this is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position.
180.
Watch the run. They're running it.
Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And he'll be taken down at the 33, a pickup of about 4. That's a gain of 4 as we slip inside of 4 minutes left in regulation. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. So 3rd down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first.
Let's go, Heavy.
A run for Nick Chubb. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
This is taken at the 3. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. He'll get 15 and a Giants first down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Now it's Penny. And he's taken down inside the 30. It's a gain of 11 and a Giant first down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. They go play action here on first down. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12.
Give me that ball, defense.
Now a play fake, and it's Newton. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Well, this secondary has done such a good job of frustrating these receivers tonight. Another example right there on the deep ball.
Sometimes when the sun goes down and it's just the bright lights in the stadium, there's a little extra spring in their step, doesn't it? And that's what we're seeing from the defenders. Doesn't matter whether it's man or zone, deep ball, short ball, and that was a deep one there. They're making plays on the football, contesting everything.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Ready to break.
The Browns drive about to get started. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11.
Down. 18 Gator.
Let's put them on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus.
5.
And they take a knee.
The quarterback on the keeper. A loss of a yard. It's now 3rd and...
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
Watch the block. Motion. Block.
So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And it was their defense that led the way, allowing just 3 points, that lone field goal in the entire second half.
And remember the old adage, offense sells tickets. Defense does what?
Wins championships.
And in this game, maybe a championship wasn't won, but a game was by the defense, right? Held them to just a field goal. That's a heck of a job. I mean, when they went out there with that determination and a pretty good game plan, pretty good idea of what they wanted to accomplish. Just love the execution, love the tenacity, love the way they finished.
So for Cleveland, they get back.